Yo, what is up guys, Doc Turtle here. You're probably wondering, what am I doing here with the Miracle Totem? The SDO trial just came out yesterday. What are you doing here? The thing is, I sort of already did it, and I forgot to record it. Yeah, sorry about that. The trial wasn't that long, so it would have, and you don't get a unit for when you complete it. So it would have been fine if I recorded it, because I wouldn't have to deal with the back button issue. But I don't know why, but I just thought, oh, I'm gonna get stuck in a glitch again, but no, it didn't happen, and I forgot to record it. But anyway, this is pretty much the team that I was using. And this is the exact same item set that I brought in. I copied this team perfectly, except for Tia's sphere, and that's the wrong friend, and that's the wrong Rin friend. I used a 6-star Rin friend because I still didn't have a healer, someone that could cure status ailments. I only had Melkia who could protect from them. So let me tell you guys about how the trial was. First of all, before that, I'll tell you that but for completing the trial, you get you do not get a unit. You get a very OP sphere. It's called Xentar, Xentar, which increases attack and HP by 30%, defense by 15%, increases BC drop rate by 10%, and I believe gives you 10% resistance makes you take 10% less damage from dark types. So that's a pretty good sphere. You want that. It's unlocked after beating Carl. If it doesn't show up for you, then I don't know, go to the Facebook page or whatever and let them know. So anyway, I did it within my second try. The only thing I did wrong the first time around was, so the first battle, it's against Cursed Princess Estia. It's the same one as in the tower, when the Vortex dungeon was here. So she did the exact same movesets, except she was a lot more buffed this time around. The thing I did wrong, where I messed up, was at the beginning of the battle, where I died almost instantly. I had to use... The first time around, I didn't use any items at all. I just decided, fuck it. I don't expect to beat it. But then, I got wrecked within 3 turns. Like, all 3 of my teams died in, like, 5 turns. It was ridiculous. And so, I decided, the second time around, to Fusion Lilimata and Shara. So, I did this... Then I did this, and I just attacked normally with everyone. And from there on, I just kept getting Brave Burst gauge like it was nothing. I kept getting all my Brave Burst filled, no problem, and it was quite simple. And then, after defeating Cursed Princess Estia, things got a little bit harder. So she turned from Cursed Princess Estia into Princess Estia, and at that point, I think she started doing a lot more single-target attacks, and she started doing an attack called Star Seal, which drained your unit of their Brave Burst gauge completely. I didn't know that coming into the fight, and I am glad that I brought Aris, because Aris, well, his Brave Burst, as you can see, 11 combo powerful fire attack on single enemy, and boost allies Brave Burst gauge. Let's see just how much. Okay, let's look at Lilimata. Okay, you see, it's a good chunk right there. So, yeah, whenever I got in a pickle, I would do that. And, yeah, mostly she drained all of your Brave Burst gauge. And I believe, like, at around 50% or 25%, I don't really know the HP thresholds that you gotta worry about. But she did an attack that it was an AoE, and it removed everyone's buffs, and that same turn, she could completely wreck your team. I'm not sure if it was that form, or if it was the last form, but anyway, you defeat Princess Estia. She's got quite a bit of HP and quite a bit of defense. You defeat Princess Estia, and then Xenon comes along, and now you gotta fight Xenon and Estia, the ones that are single unit, not 2 separate targets. So yeah, you fight them. That's when they start spamming attacks. Like every 3rd turn they do an attack that drains your Brave Burst by quite a bit. It steals like 8 battle crystals. So that was annoying. And again, that's also the point where I would use Aris to fill up Shara's Brave Burst or Triton's Brave Burst. Of course, I had Tia there for the healing and also her Super Brave Burst. If for some reason I didn't have Lily Mata's Brave Burst up, then I would just use Tia's Super Brave Burst, because she increases Brave Burst gauge for 3 turns as well. It's not as good as Lily Mata's, I don't think, but it does definitely help. And 6-star Rin, her Super Brave Burst is just like Alice's, except not as strong. So she attacks, but she also heals as she attacks. And that was pretty amazing. It was a huge help. And yeah, Xenon and Estia were not that difficult of a challenge. It only took me like 9 minutes to beat them. So it wasn't too challenging. I managed to do it with only this squad. It was no problem. And yeah, as I said before, this is the exact same team that I was using, but Rin was 6-star, and Tia, she had Dravis equipped. Let me go over the spheres really quick. Let's see. Triton, he had Legwand Gem and Evil Shard. Shara had Dandelga and Evil Shard. Rin had Legwand Gem. Lily Mata had Leomurg and Blessed Robe. Aris had Legwand Gem and Soul Creator, and Tia had Dravis. So Aris here was the only one who could help with large amounts of BC drops. So he was also my main damage dealer. My main man, Aris. That's pretty much how the fight went down. If you want, you can... I'm sorry, but until the ability to replay Trials comes to Global, I won't be showing you guys the battle. I'm sorry. It's just, what are you gonna do? But in the I don't know. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to give a like to the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to my YouTube for more Brave Frontier content. Follow me on Camcord. Leave a comment on what you think of the video, and stay turtly, my friends.